My name's James Gawley. I teach English and Literary Studies at the University of Western Sydney in the School of Humanities and Communication Arts. So that means that I teach from first years through to honours students who've completed their BA and are working on kind of more serious research. And then I also supervise honours students and postgraduate students doing masters and PhD research. I'm really passionate about the fact that students these days feel as if they are incapable of reading, and especially reading difficult texts, and in fact they are much more capable than they realise. So I start off in a lot of my teaching working from things that students know. So instead of throwing you into the deep end, you begin instead by working on things that we have common knowledge of. Now, my kind of cultural references are a bit ancient, I guess, but I think that you can teach a lot of things via Simpsons references. And so if you can begin with that sort of shared or with common ground, then the kind of the heavier stuff that comes after that is really kind of introduced via simpler kind of ideas. And so if I'm explaining something via Simpsons references and the student can get what I'm talking about, then we already start on common ground, and we start, instead of in a power imbalance, instead trying to work together rather than work against each other the entire time. The success stories that stick out for me are students that have had their horizons broadened. And so we're here in Bankstown in the middle of what I see as a pretty conservative section of Sydney. It's pretty exciting to see students have their eyes opened, and they really kind of begin to think critically about the society that they live in. And that often can promote frustration and discontent, because, as I said previously, I mean, Western Sydney is historically a place that has been ignored more than other areas, but it also produces the desire in students to enact that sort of change. You know, a student who wouldn't have thought that university would even really care about them suddenly finds himself doing honours next year and will be an outstanding student. And I think that that sort of success and the shock that some students show, I think, when they realise their own potential is pretty exciting.